Hello, my name is Wayne Pepper. I'm the Australian Panel Convener for A3, Transmission and Distribution Equipment. This presentation is an overview of A3 activities in 2020. The scope of A3 covers power system equipment from distribution up to the highest transmission voltage levels. This includes switching equipment, surge arresters, capacitor banks, instrument transformers, and other equipment not covered by other study committees. The areas of interest include innovative technologies. Currently, this is ultra-high voltage equipment, DC circuit breakers, and non-SS6 equipment development. Requirements for equipment in changing network conditions, such as high voltages and higher fault levels. Incorporation of intelligence in T&D equipment, such as controlled switching. Monitoring and diagnostics of T&D equipment for asset management. The main technical challenges are incorporated in the 3Ds that Seagray has focused on. These 3Ds are decentralization, decarbonisation, and digitalization, and are seen as the future for power systems. These challenges include the impact of renewables on T&D equipment, environmental and climate impact on T&D equipment, sustainability in the whole life cycle of T&D equipment, digitalization and automation of T&D equipment, advanced sensors and data analytics, and asset management and condition assessment. Where new working groups are being looked to be formed, these subject areas are being drawn from the topics above. For T&D equipment, the main trends include an increase in ratings, seeing equipment operating at higher and higher voltages. In China and India, networks are over 1000 kV. Grids are being interconnected, higher fault currents, taking the fault levels. Equipment must be able to withstand these fault levels. For generation, we're seeing offshore wind farms. These are becoming bigger and bigger and operating at higher voltages. And equipment must fit into the towers. We're seeing other generator circuit breakers involved with other distribution. On the environmental side, we're seeing the need for SF6 alternatives. And with this is also high voltage vacuum switchgear development. From digitalization, digital substations are being established. With this, the equipment are being designed for use in these substations. These include low power instrument transformers to be able to connect with IEC 61850 communications. For HVDC switching, new HVDC circuit breakers are needed to be installed, especially when you've got DC grid networks. And with this comes fast drive technology to be able to interrupt fault currents quickly. In 2020, the Paris session because of COVID, turned into an e-session. For Study Committee A3, our activities were as follows. We had a tutorial on transmission and distribution switchgear and instrument transformers. This covered current technology, innovations, and future directions. There was a workshop with B4 on offshore wind farms, switchgear, and system technology. Our technical session had 2 days of online technical presentations of 42 papers, plus 2 NGN presentations. These presentations were pre-recorded and shown to the audience. The sessions were split into 8 topic areas, which were from the original 3 preferential subjects. I was involved with the e-session as a special reporter and a moderator for 2 topic areas. These topic areas were instrument transformers and equipment reliability. Observations from the A3 papers submitted included there were 10 papers from the 43 papers submitted which covered non-SS6 technology, and alternative equipment developments and trials. Developments of DC circuit breaker technology is advancing. Trials and usage of non-conventional instrument transformers are increasing, and also condition monitoring of T&E equipment with smart sensors is being implemented by utilities and manufacturers alike. The best paper was on an in-service diagnostic of grading capacitor deterioration from the UK. For A3 2020, we published 2 technical brochures covering substation equipment overstress management and shunt capacitors switching in distribution and transmission systems. We have 2 other technical brochures which are expected to be published in late 2020, covering non-conventional instrument transformers and multi-physics simulations in equipment design. Our Green Book Switching Equipment was published in August 2018. This book covers the fundamental subjects on switching equipment used in power system. It's a useful guide for new people coming into the network and also for experienced engineers looking at the state-of-the-art information on emerging subjects. Currently, there is a second edition being planned with additional content. In August 2020, another Green Book was published, Electricity Supply Systems for the Future. This was a collaboration from all 16 study committees, providing a vision of the future for the electricity supply system and views on how to get there and how to manage the transmission to get there. For the local A3 panel, we had a meeting planned for November. 2 meetings will be held online instead of our instead of our normal 2-day meeting. The main meeting discussion points were local and international C-grade matters since 2019, the outcomes from our study committee meeting, the results of the Paris session, working group activities and surveys. The members of the panel provide a report on what's happening in their area and their company. This includes new equipment, aging equipment, risk assessments, equipment failures, and procurement issues, including SF6 management and equipment leak issues. We also have key focus areas that we discuss, and we're currently looking to advance topics to a working group in the study committee. Currently, the A3 Australian panel has members involved with 3 A3 working groups, A342, A343, and A346. Details of the working groups are shown in this slide. A342 is involved with failure investigation and analysis of instrument transformers, and the photos shown on the slides show some results of some failures. A343 is looking at life cycle management of T&D equipment based on condition monitoring, and A346 is involved with generator circuit breakers. For our panel, we have several key focus areas. Current areas that we are focused upon include medium voltage switchgear. This revolves around age switchgear and its management into the future. SF6 leak mitigation, explosive failures of instrument transformers, and the adoption of new equipment technology in Australia and New Zealand. Thank you for listening to my presentation.